If the only thing that had been threatened had been our funding, our contract, we wouldn't have fought as hard. But what was threatened was our right to exist.
Miracle Hill Ministries will continue to recruit only Christian and specifically Protestant families to its foster care program. They were worried about losing their license because of a new law. The federal government is granting South Carolina a waiver for what it calls protecting religious liberty. 7 News' Nicole Smith is joining us now to explain why congressional leaders are praising and condemning this move. Nicole.
Well, Tom, Miracle Hill says this allows them to maintain their religious beliefs, but some say it's discriminating against the beliefs of others.
It is about the children.
After starting in 1988, Miracle Hill Ministries says its foster care program has 200 families housing abused, neglected, or abandoned children placed in homes by the State Department of Social Services. The Greenville-based group only recruits Christian and specifically Protestant families for its foster care program.
We are a community of faith, joyfully serving Jesus Christ and proclaiming His love and His forgiveness. And so we're seeking people who are like-minded.
Miracle Hill says in 2017, a federal law made it illegal for foster care agencies to discriminate based on religion, risking their license that DSS requires for agencies they work with.
Yes, we receive some reimbursement from the Department of Social Services for the services we provide, but we provided those services for many years with no reimbursement.
Governor Henry McMaster requested Miracle Hill and other religious entities be exempted from the federal law, and the Department of Health and Human Services announced it's granting that waiver.
We saw this waiver as a dramatic and troubling shift because the waiver really shows more concern for the providers than the children in need and the willing foster parents.
South Carolina Congressman Jim Clyburn says, quote, "This waiver is unlawful discrimination based on religion and sexual orientation. The real tragedy of this situation is that federal funding is being used to keep children out of loving homes."
It breaks my heart that they would frame it that way, because it's not. We recognize the right of anyone to become a foster family, and in our part of the upstate, there are 8 other agencies they could partner with, including the Department of Social Services directly.
U.S. Senator Tim Scott, Representative Jeff Duncan both praised the decision, saying that it protects religious liberty in South Carolina. Tom.
Well, Nicole, let's get a better idea of Miracle Hill's role in all of this. How many foster children are with families that Miracle Hill found, recruited?
Right. So they said about 15% of the ones in South Carolina, Tom. They said there are about 4,000 children in foster care in South Carolina, and the state is still short by about 1,000 families, Tom.
Doesn't sound like any way you look at it, a lot of need out there. Nicole, thank you.